This is an unbiased review of Aaron, aka Weapon X, and his encounters with the ladies on the Pop the Balloon show. Encounter number 1, Karma. Karma pops her balloon immediately before Aaron starts speaking.
Hello, welcome.
The host asks her why. She says,
For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
He says,
yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay.
Now, let's take a pause and let's look at everyone's reaction.
Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
The feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely. I'm glad you have a great day.
The statement, the feeling is mutual, means I feel the same way about you that you do about me. Being that what he said is mutual, it's fair to say that neither one of them was disrespectful, or both of them were disrespectful. In my case, I would say neither one of them was disrespectful. It is fair for her to say that he isn't attracting her, and it is also fair for him to say that she doesn't attract him either. So for encounter 1, both people were not disrespectful.
Well, let's go ahead. All right, we gotta pop over here.
Encounter number 2, Tara. Tara pops her balloon after hearing his response to Karma.
The comment you made, didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds, so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it.
She was not disrespectful. He replied that he also was not disrespectful.
I didn't really necessarily like
that's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just, all I can do is be honest, you know?
Yeah.
The host asks,
and I was, she someone that's your type?
And his response is,
she all right, you know? You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful, you know, but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to you.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
The host looks disturbed by the fact that he said she's all right. If you ask him an honest question, you should be prepared for an honest answer. He can say no, yes, or not really. He said, she's all right. This was not disrespectful. However, many of the ladies didn't like that answer, which is also going to contribute to more of them reacting adversely to him. But the woman that he is speaking to appears to not be fazed by him saying she's all right. There's a mutual rejection here. She isn't attracted to his personality, and he isn't attracted to her looks. Both people were not disrespectful. Encounter number 3, Lex. Lex popped her balloon in response to what was said to Tara.
I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like arrogant, a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant, you know? She asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have.
Now, Lex just lectured him about how he could talk and what he did not have to do. This is stepping away from her saying why she popped her balloon. Now she's suggesting that he should be a certain way. And this is his response.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
of course,
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know, The one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respect.
Basically, what he's saying is he's being himself, and he's only looking for a person who likes him the way he is. This is not wrong. This encounter was not disrespectful. Encounter number 4, Brianna. Brianna popped her balloon in relation to the comment made to Karma.
The comment you made, didn't really. I like a more humble person.
When he walks up to Brianna, he's looking in her eyes. As she says her name, he looks down.
Brianna, 26.
Now, as he looks down, there are 3 things there. There's her cleavage hanging out of her top, there's her tattoo underneath her chest, and there's also her arms. You can see visibly that his eyes are moving in different places. He's not staring in one place. It appears as though he's looked at more than one thing. After Brianna says 26, he's already looking back into her eyes.
Popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26.
And even though he's looking in her eyes, she said,
My eyes are up here, baby.
this was unnecessary. Her response is, my eyes are up here, and it doesn't need to be genuine. It appears that she's trying to make him seem like a creep or some kind of a pervert. This is wrong because he was looking in her eyes before she made the statement. He replied quickly.
Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's
Okay.
all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
You just wasn't
but
looking in
that's
my
not what it
eyes.
is.
She says you should have been looking in my eyes, even though he was looking in her eyes. It appears that she is not being genuine and is trying to be insulting by insinuating that he's some kind of a pervert. So he responds by saying,
No, I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me.
this is a low-key verbal attack because she low-key insinuated that he's some kind of a creep. She even said later on, you should have been looking at my eyes. So this has turned into a situation that is unnecessary.
The question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
This was a verbal attack. That was unnecessary. She just body shamed his height. This is a clear verbal attack. So he replied,
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
Alright,
So that's all good.
Let's move on.
this was another verbal attack. Both of them are attacking each other, but that happened as a result of what Brianna said. So in this one, verbal attacks were made and they did disrespect each other.
Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay.
Encounter number 5, Jacqueline. Jacqueline popped her balloon because of what Aaron said to Brianna.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know. But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah. Do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby.
Brianna interrupts repeatedly as he's talking to Jacqueline. The host appears to not be prepared to know how to respond to this. She says, let's stop y'all, but she kind of looks at Aaron more than she's looking at Brianna, even though Brianna is the one who's being disruptive. He's interrupting his session with the other woman, saying she don't want it, but nobody was talking to her. Now, he did say you have more hair on your arms than me, but again, this was in response to her being disrespectful. But nevertheless, between Jacqueline and Aaron, there was no disrespect.
But anyways,
Okay. So he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not gonna give my balloon back.
okay.
All right. You still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons?
Encounter number 6, Kayla. Kayla popped the balloon because Aaron was being argumentative with Brianna.
When they started what was going on, I'm very I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's gonna always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang.
She said she doesn't want to call herself argumentative, but she doesn't want anyone who will argue back with her. She proceeds to throw insults.
But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me, and you a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
She also attempted to shame him by suggesting that he doesn't have enough money to live by himself. When it comes time for Aaron to respond, Kayla immediately starts interrupting him as he's talking.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do
I live downtown.
She starts arguing about her profession even though no one asked her about that.
Stay by myself, Queen, you know, and you're not even qualified to be even
you
dealing with me.
You say everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
and
ain't
the one
my
that
type.
You wanted popped
if I seen you, that's fine.
So
that's totally fine.
She is proving that she is argumentative and she's not capable of just being quiet and letting him say his piece. When he finally gets his point across.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
you can't do that. You can't do that though, baby.
She wanted the conversation to end. Kayla shows that she has a problem. She can't take it when someone can prove her wrong. She has to be right all the time and she doesn't want to hear from anyone. She is the one who initiated the verbal attack. Now, he did attack her back, but it was in self-defense. She's the one who went too far.
Yeah, in a real way. You can't do that though, Queen.
Number 7, Esther. Esther and Aaron actually made a connection.
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, now we can talk, right?
In a real way.
Okay.
All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
All right, well, let's step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way. All right, so it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you for her?
It's going to be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
So out of the 7 women, Aaron only made verbal attacks against 2 of the ladies, and that was in self-defense from their attacks. The 2 women that were argumentative initiated the problem, and both were rude to him. They were actually more rude to him than he was to them. He was a little bit disrespectful, but he was not more disrespectful than them. The way he carried himself, it was basically not that he was a rude person, but he was moreover a person that is not a pushover, and they were not ready to handle somebody like that. Most of the ladies' faces showed that they didn't like when he said, "You did me a favor," after he was being rejected, but the statement is open to interpretation. Some people reacted to it and some didn't react to it. It depends on what you think he means. When I heard him say, "You did me a favor," I didn't think he was being disrespectful, but that's because of what I think he means. The statement is open to interpretation. In a separate video, he said what he meant. He meant that he doesn't have to go on dates, he doesn't have to spend money and time. She's already letting it be known that she is not interested in him, so he doesn't have to do any of that. That's what he meant by "you did me a favor." That's my take. If you have any other videos that you want an unbiased opinion on, let me know in the comment section. Peace.